Hello there, welcome back to the channel. Well, in today's video, we're going to take a look at the steps that we need to take in order to configure API access from your Cisco Secure Access dashboard. And then once we're done with that, we're going to take a look at a sample script right after that. So without wasting any time, let's jump right into it. The first thing you need to do is from the dashboard, go ahead and click on admin. So let me go ahead and do that. Once you click on admin, you need to click on API keys that you see right here. So go ahead and click on API keys. Let it load. Okay, once it's done, you need to go ahead and click on add in order to go ahead and create a new API key and a secret associated with it. From the information available on the screen right now, you see that there are 3 API keys already, and you see this 2 here with the exclamation mark inside the triangle. It's just indicating that your key, a couple of keys have expired right here. So that's the 2 for. And for this one, I've enabled never expires. Anyways, so let's go ahead and click on add. All right, click on add. So once you click on add, it's going to give you an option to go ahead and provide it with a name. This is the API key name. And then you have the text box here where you mention the description, which again is optional. It's not a problem, but the API key name has to be mentioned. This section right here is extremely important. Again, a key scope. Select the appropriate access scopes to define what this API key can do. So whatever you want to deal with using the API, select only that. So once you go ahead and select it, you'll see that it shows up from this side on the right hand side, right? So you can go for deployments, admin, investigate, policies, reports, that's it. So then you mention the expiry date. As I mentioned as I showed you for one of the keys that I've generated, I've selected never expire. You can also mention expire on a certain date, completely your choice, however you want to do it. Extremely important security feature, this one here as well, network restrictions. It is optional, but it's something that I would recommend you should go for. Optionally add up to 10 networks from which this key can perform authentications. Add networks using a comma separated list of public IP addresses or CADRs. So once you mention them, something like this, right? Just go ahead and click on add and be done with it. Okay, let me just clear the screen and show these options to you. All right, so let's say I go for this one, the network, Viking, YouTube. Just an example. Description, ABC, whatever, not required, right? So let me go for example, investigate, right? You see it pops up on the right-hand side, and then it lets you select um, the scope, like do you want read-only access or more than that? So here you see only one option. So if I go for deployments, for example, you see read write. So depending on whatever you have selected on the left-hand side, these options are not available with everything. With investigate, you have read-only. With deployments, you have read write, read-only. You can select whatever you want, however you want. So for policies, if you select that, you see read write, read-only. You can select whatever you want. With the reports, you see read write and read only. So again, so the same thing for admin as well. So just go ahead and remove these, and then you see the expiry date. I'll say expire on August 3. Network restrictions, I'm not interested right now. So if I scroll down a little bit, I can go ahead and click on a create key now that you see right here. So once you click on create key, it's going to go ahead and create a key for you. So let me just go ahead and click on create key. Let's wait for it to complete. And a new API key, the network Viking E2 created. Now you see these keys right. This is the API key right here. And make sure that you go ahead and copy it. And then you have the secret right here. Make sure you go ahead and copy this one as well, right? You have these copy buttons right here. So copy the key secret for security reasons. It is only displayed once. If lost, it cannot be retrieved, right? So once you're okay with that, okay, you go ahead and click on copy and then save it somewhere. Then go ahead and click on accept and close. So if I go ahead and do that, so I say accept and close. Did I just click on that or not? I did now. Okay, perfect. Now it says uh, I have another key now, and it does not show me the secret now. Once I click on accept and close, right? You see the key secret is not there, but the API key is there. So you can refresh the key as well if required. That's it. The rest of the settings remain as they are. I'm just going to go ahead and click on delete in this case. Are you sure you want to delete this key? Yes, I want to go ahead and delete this key. So we are back to 3 API keys and 1 key admin keys. And that's pretty much it. This is how you configure it. And then you use the API key and the secret for going ahead and accessing the resources. So I'm just going to show you a sample script now. Okay, before writing the Python code, just make sure that you have these libraries installed, pip install auth-lib and request underscore auth-lib. If you are on Windows, well, this is how you do it, pip install and so on in the command prompt. And you also need to make sure that the requests module is also installed, and you can do it using pip install requests. Now, about this document that you see on the screen. I had written it on 14th Feb 2024, as you can see right here. It is publicly available and it has a ton of information about secure access and API, the requirements, recommendations, and so on. I'm not going to go through all of all of the document right now, but I'd highly recommend that you go ahead and check it out. I'm going to put a link in the description and or in the pinned comment as well. All right, so I've divided it into two parts, the complete script. It completely depends on the programmer how the programmer wants to write the script. I have written another script which does almost the same thing in a single script, right? So again, completely depends, right? So go ahead and just copy paste it if you want, and then you have the token right here. This is something I want to highlight here, the client ID and the client secret. This is where you mention the client ID and the secret that we generated in the previous steps. The rest remains the same, or you want to change it, whatever you want to change in this code, you can do that. So once you generate the token using the script that we talked about, it's gonna give you the output that looks something like this, right? As you see right here. And this is going to be your access token. And this is the token that you're going to use in your second script. As you can see right here, BT equals. This is where I've mentioned the token, right? And that is a part of the second script. Now, if I scroll down a little bit, I'm going to show you the second script. As you can see right here, importing requests and the other things. A lot of it is required. A lot of it is just optional. Completely depends again on how you want to code. And this is it. It's a very small script. Mention the token right here and do the rest of the things and just run it. And the output is going to look something like this that you can see here. The output gives you a ton of information. As I mentioned, I have written another script, another program in which I've just made a single program where I have done everything related to destination lists in that single program, like getting destination lists, updating destination lists, deleting every single thing that you can do with destination lists in that program. Again, depending on the programmer, however you want to code it, you can change that as well. I'm going to provide that code in my GitHub repository. So I'm going to share that link in the description or in the pinned comment as well. The rest is, the response codes that you might get for the request you made, depending upon, the success or failure, you might get the response code accordingly. That's pretty much it. Just go through the document. And if you have any questions, queries, please put it down in the comment section. I would like to thank you very much for supporting the channel. And if you're new, you know what to do. And yeah, you have a great time ahead. Goodbye.